Have any of you ever considered medical school? Maybe you have a 3.9 GPA or higher, obviously weighted. Well, if you're in this program called Jumpstart, I'm sure you have around a 3.9 GPA. You have a 1330 SAT or a 32 ACT or higher? Well, if you do, I recommend you join the Otterbein DO program. Now, this DO program, they accept from the applications about 100 people each year. And from those, they give interviews to all of them, and they only accept about 10. But this isn't really an issue since it comes at no extra price. In the world right now, there is about, or at least in the US itself, there is about 139,000 doctor shortage in every hospital. You go to the ER, you find that your wait time is an hour, 2 hours. It's really long. Well, what if somebody had an actual emergency? What if they needed a doctor but they couldn't? They couldn't get a doctor immediately and it's a life-threatening situation. Well, this is what's happening right now with, for example, COVID. There are way too many people with COVID, but not as many oxygen machines to help them cope with the disease. Well, now, if you join this DO program, you could help decrease this number of physician shortages to help people overcome these diseases and issues. In the world right now, in Syria at least, my grandparents both suffered from a stroke. It runs in the family, but my grandfather died about 16 years ago from a stroke that began when he was working in his job, and he always worked with heavy loads. And as time went by, the stroke became worse and worse until he wasn't able to work, but the doctors there weren't able to help him. And currently, my grandmother has had a stroke very recently, about 2011. And she can no longer remember who I am. I would call her, my parents would call her, and they'd ask who I am, and she wouldn't remember. Even after she's reminded, she wouldn't even remember my name the day after. She would be in constant care. So this is why we need doctors. Even if you can't go help in Syria, you could help here with people with actual issues that they can't treat because of the shortage of doctors and the long wait times, the pay. Obviously, with the increased amount of physicians and doctors, the cost for treatment would decrease very slowly, but it would certainly decrease. Now, this program is very good for anybody trying to become a doctor. First of all, it has no price to apply to it. You just have to apply, meet the requirements, and you get in. You even save a few $1,000s on application price, since this program saves you about a year of college. Now, if you were to join a normal medical school, you would need about 6 years of college or 8 after undergraduate. With this one, you need 4 undergraduate and 4 graduate. And another benefit is you don't have to take the MCAT. Now, anybody who was ever thinking about becoming a doctor knows the MCAT test is very difficult. You take it after undergraduate to see if a medical school will accept you. Now, with this program, you don't need to take it at all. You immediately go from undergraduate to graduate. You don't even need to apply to a medical school. You automatically go through, and you become a doctor within about 8 years. Now, obviously, even if you don't finish the programs at the GPA you need, you can always take an extra year to finish those programs. And if you even want to take the MCAT and apply for an MD school, you can always do that after undergraduate. Now, this program, imagine yourself years later, after wanting to be a doctor for so many years, you finally achieve that dream. You can help so many people. An average doctor helps about 60,000 people in their lifetime. Now imagine 139,000 doctors help about 60,000 people in their lifetime. That's millions of people. Now that would help so many people in the US who are suffering from illnesses that they can't get treated for the decrease in the amount of doctors. This is somewhat due to the difficulty of the program, but this program isn't that difficult since it only requires you to maintain a decent GPA of about 3.6 in your science programs. Now, I would recommend for all of you to go now, contact Otterbein, and you'd be able to join this program or at least apply to it. You lose nothing at this, and you even save money if you get accepted into it. And you even save yourself the hassle of applying to college. You just need to fill out a 500-word essay, very simple, about why you want to become a doctor, and fill out an application through the osteopathic medicine website, and you'd be able to apply to this program and get into the program, and you'd be able to save yourself about $20,000, $30,000 through your college career. You'd be a few years less during loans after college. Even if you're not doing loans, still that's about a cost of a very luxurious car. So I recommend that you all go join the program and apply to Otterbein University. Even if you don't get in, at least you get the chance to save yourself thousands of dollars. Now here's my friend. Sorry I couldn't record it at the same second. I completely forgot and I don't want to repeat the speech again. But here it is. Okay, thank you very much.